There is growing concern this morning over China stealing American technology by infiltrating top American research centers. More than 50 scientists lost their jobs over secret ties to foreign countries, mostly China, thanks to an ongoing investigation by the National Institutes of Health. Here to talk about it is Dan Hoffman, a former CIA station chief and Fox News contributor. Daniel, good morning.
Good morning.
When you go through this story in Science Mag, some of the scientists who got caught up in this said, it's not a big deal. Just took a little extra money from China. If you're in the pocket of a communist government, this is a real problem.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're under siege from Chinese espionage. They are targeting our academics, our researchers, our business people, and of course our national security officials. They're also sending their own to our country because they're trying to take advantage of our very open democratic system to steal our intellectual property. And it is of great concern, and I'm sure of heightened interest in the Congress as well as our executive branch for how to come up with better solutions to counter this.
Here's the headline that I mentioned. Science magazine, 54 scientists have lost their jobs as a result of this NIH probe into foreign ties. 399 scientists of possible concern, 121 flagged by the FBI, 44 flagged by their own institutions. Specifically when you talk about NIH, I mean, the NIH right now is working on vaccines, treatments for COVID-19, and a whole lot of other important things. What's China up to?
I mean, the NIH is certainly a high priority for China. China would consider NIH to be a soft target. You know, they're seeking to entice our scientists with offers of financial assistance, not very effectively hidden from the source being in China. Mm-hmm. And it's their way of penetrating government research. They for sure want to steal our secrets when it comes to the COVID vaccine. They might even want to try to interfere with what we're doing to impede our progress for finding a vaccine in our own country.
Interesting, because word of this investigation surfaced a few months ago, and this story in the Washington Examiner is interesting because the headline was "New Red Scare: House Democrats Scrutinize FBI Investigations into Ethnically Chinese Scientists," suggesting that maybe there was something nefarious here and there was some targeting going on. It seems like this is a deadly serious investigation.
It is, and that's not where the FBI starts. They start with who are the people committing espionage. If they happen to be ethnic Chinese, so be it. But that's not where the FBI begins. They're not writing a script before they collect the evidence. And so there is concern. For sure, China targets ethnic Chinese in our country. But look, they also target non-ethnic Chinese. Mm-hmm. And they're mounting such a full-court press, flooding the zone here. We need a better public-private partnership, including with our institutions of higher learning. Mm-hmm. And NIH, for example, has got to have a better foreign contact program where they don't just report on all of their interactions with foreigners, in particular the Chinese.
Yeah. What do you think are the consequences of China doing this? Because I think in the last 30 seconds we've heard so much about how they were lying and covering up the spread of the virus initially, and yet it's hard to hold them accountable.
Listen, I think that part of their cover-up was for their own reasons, to deny their own citizens access to the truth. But I wouldn't put it past them to want the rest of the world to suffer the same economic consequences that they are suffering. Mm. And so when the virus gets out, we know what it's done to our economy. And I think we do need to hold them accountable for that, among other things.
Important story. We appreciate you flagging it for us. Daniel Hoffman, thanks for coming on.